Hey, how you doing? It's Mike Lepre, King Michael. Here I am in the back of Bar Fongool. You know, I'm in the back room guy, obviously. I can't be in the front, you know, we're serving drinks and whatnot. So, I've been going for a while, and I wanted to say, hey, you know, how's everybody doing? I haven't been at the bar even for a little bit. This is a two-potter. I want to say two-potter. That would be spelled P-A-R-T-E-R, but it's a two-potter. I wanted to say that, you know, it's been a while for my Bar Fongool friends, and for my XFL, the XFL exchange, the guys at XFL board. Sorry I've been gone. I got the flu, and then the next thing you know, I had pneumonia. And this was, about a month back or so. And no, it's not the coronavirus. I'll get to that in a second. But, yeah, it was just the flu. And the thing is, I've had pneumonia twice within the last, 5 years. So I just kind of get susceptible when it gets, deep. Whatever. Got the flu. Went to pneumonia. I haven't been on here. I haven't had the ear to talk. Even right now, it's troublesome to talk somewhat. But hey, I haven't talked to you guys. I haven't seen you guys. How you been? You know what I mean? Missed the XFL guys. I promise that will get back up and running. But pneumonia hits you from out of nowhere. It's a son of a gun. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. The thing I have is with this. So I got the flu, I got pneumonia, and, I'm sick, and I'm dealing with it. I'm washing my hands. I wear that mask whenever I go into, a hospital. I'm all about it, right? This whole coronavirus thing. So, first of all, here's my advice for it. I'm not saying I believe 100% of what's being told to me about the coronavirus. All I'm saying, guy, is I would go get water and I would go get canned food. And I would do that not because of the actual virus, if that makes any sense. I'll get to that in a second. But I would have a stockpile, a couple weeks worth of water, I think. And some canned food, just in case. And I'm going to tell you why. So, I'm King Michael. Let's see. I was doing the show for XFL, the XFL exchange, and it's kind of, we're cute. We spelled it with the X and then change. That's gonna get back up and running. I haven't been able to do Bar Fongool because, I've been sick. It's how it goes. But let me ask you guys something. So, you remember AIDS? You remember AIDS and you remember how Magic Johnson got AIDS? Everybody remembers that? Yeah, right? Yeah, right? So, I remember, being younger, obviously. That's the dumbest thing I could have said. Of course, if I was younger, it was in the past. It was in the past. So anyways, Magic Johnson got AIDS. I'm a Laker fan. Not only did I know that Magic Johnson wasn't going to be basketball anymore, I thought Magic Johnson was dead. All the info that we had been given up until that point was, once you get the HIV virus, you're dead within a year or two. And then Kobe Bryant passed away recently. And, here we are 2019. And, here we are now 2020. But Magic Johnson spoke at Kobe's funeral type thing. So how did that happen? How did he... Or anyways, that AIDS virus came out of nowhere. It really went after certain demographics of people. That's without a doubt in my mind. It came out of nowhere. They said it had to do with monkeys. This is the information we were told, I swear to God. Swear to God. They told us, right, came from monkeys, whatever. Then there was Ebola. The Ebola virus was going to kill everybody, right? And the Ebola came from chickens, I think. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but like it's something like that, right? It's something like that. That was the explanation. It was killing all these people. Watch out, it comes Ebola virus. Then we had the swine flu. That obviously has the name swine in it. So that's kind of where that came from. And all of a sudden that was killing people and spreading. Now it's the coronavirus. And I just read that it's from, they believe it's from an animal? Like, does anybody else find it weird that every couple of years or so a new virus comes out of nowhere that has to do with us and animals some kind of way, and then it burns through the landscape, and then they can eventually contain it somewhat? It doesn't seem weird to anybody else but me, the guy in the back of Bar Fongool. I mean, just what the fuck? Really? They all seem a little weird. So here's what I'm worried about, if I'm being honest, guy, is this. What I'm seeing in like Washington and other places like that is that they're quarantining like people in like neighborhoods in the event that, like, hey, we had a neighborhood assembly. I was talking to all the guys. I gave everybody a fist bump. Everybody I gave a fist bump, boom, you got to cover them all up, right? So I worry about that ability to just be able to say, like, this neighborhood's shut down, and then they just shut it down, and police monitor it. You're not allowed to leave your house. You're not allowed to go someplace else because the guy 2 houses down from you apparently has this coronavirus, and everybody has to stay within their house. That's what I'm worried about. I'm not worried about getting the coronavirus. I got pneumonia right now. I'm not worried about getting a coronavirus. You know what I mean? Really not. I'm more worried about being quarantined. I'm more worried about some weird stuff like that happening. I don't trust any of this stuff. I'm just trying to say, look, I'm a nice guy. I don't take either side either. I'm not a Republican, Democrat. I'm not either. I care less. Like, they're all kind of just, look, I know I'm rambling, but it's been a while, guys. So there's a couple things I got to get off my chest real quick. It's these Democratic conventions. What are you doing? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. It makes them look like little kids. It makes them look like idiots. There's not one person that comes away from that format looking like somebody that I would want in the presidency, because it's like a screaming contest. No one's paying attention to the rules. Everybody's talking over. They're accusing. First of all, they're making these bizarre, extreme accusations of each other. They're like trying to not just beat the rest of their party. Now let's go over that again. What I just said is the rest of their party, meaning those other jerks that are standing next to you. One of you guys got to represent your team, if that's how you see it. You can't destroy every other candidate, because when you don't get elected, someone gets elected that you destroyed. They're like, oh yeah, he won, but that's the guy that had the thing going on with the donkey down in Tijuana. You know what I mean? It might not be that extreme, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't accuse people of stuff like that. So, hey, I got a bright idea. The guy in the back of Bar Fongool over here. Why don't you have these, convention, these, the conventions. I hate that word, but have it the next Democratic convention, okay? Have it in a nice sized room. Make it comfortable. Give them all comfortable seats. If they want to stand, whatever, all right? Absolutely, positively, no audience. Nobody to clap and scream and make the candidates get more hyper and more excited and want to play to. Okay? Strip it down. Make it like Unplugged at MTV. Make it like when Alice in Chains played Unplugged. Nirvana played Unplugged. Pearl Jam played Unplugged. Like, make it a badass Unplugged. Strip everything down. And let us hear what they actually have to say within the rules and confines of the actual debate. And let's just see us be civil and real. Like, can they get through one debate going by the rules? And let me hear what everyone has to say. Something or someone makes us want to worry about everything else other than what they have to say. We go through all this bullshit and we never hear really what they got to say. I don't want to hear them scream and get louder to try to get over somebody with a crowd and all this I don't want to hear that. No one wants to see that. They're like a bunch of kids. Strip it down, shut it down, tell them, hey, here's how we're going to do it. So you get 3 minutes, right? There's going to be like a light that goes on when you got like 30 seconds left, okay? When we hit the buzzer, you have to stop talking. However long you keep talking over that buzzer, we're going to subtract that from your next chance. How's that sound? And then apply that rule. If that person talks 5 minutes over, take it off. Hey, that's 5 minutes you can't speak. Make it so that they have to plan what they want to say, and so that they only bring the important stuff to the table. So they know that if they got shut down X amount of times, they might be out. So they want to make sure they know what they want to get across, which would hopefully bring the more important shit to the forefront, right? So change the rules, make them stick to that, put no audience there. Have the moderator not talk in a loud voice. Get somebody in there that's like a psychologist that knows how to like talk to people in a voice that's more calming so that they're calm and that you can have a conversation with them like, hey, let's have this conversation, all right? Let me ask you this. What do you think about that? Not at a voice like I'm using right now or even like any kind of hyper voice. Like a nice, calm, hey, let's do this voice. Can we do that? Because the whole Trump versus Bernie Sanders thing is like the thing. Excuse me, I have some coffee. You know, in the back of Bar Fongool, at least it's coffee. You know, I found these glasses. I don't know if you can read it. It says clown shoes, which is a term I use to describe anything that's stupid that doesn't make sense. I use it way too much. But, all right. I'm sorry, I'm wandering. Bernie versus Trump. How is that appealing for me, Joe voter? Joe undecided. Joe refusing to take a side and declare a party. I won't even decide. I won't even declare undecided. Like I don't want any part of it. Like I'm just in my heart of hearts. I vote for whoever I just want. I like whoever I think is the best person for the job. So I'm trying to hear what they say. But Trump versus Bernie. That's like. I hate to say this, right? This sounds awful, but it's like I don't know if either one of those. What's the odds on either one of those making it 4 years? Like they're old, and that's a really stressful job. Like Bernie just had a health problem recently, and I'm not trying to be a jerk here. I'm being flat out honest. Trying to be the voice of not voice of reason, because that's what a dicky thing to say. I'm just trying to be the voice of like straight upness. I don't know, just flatness. I'm just saying what it is. They're both really friggin' old, dude. Like really, you know, I mean, even Trump. Like holy shit, Trump's old. He's starting to look a little more tired at times. You start to catch him in interviews where he's not always hyped up. You know, Adderall lasts so long. Whatever it is that he takes only lasts so long. Like, he's an older guy. That's a murder of a schedule. I don't care if you see him golfing. Even if you see him golfing, he's still friggin' doing something. So it's still a hell of a schedule. You know what I mean? It's not like they ever go to CNN, you cut and here with Donald Trump sitting on his couch. That never happens. I mean, that's what, like, you would expect a guy that age to have to do. Like, gotta shut it down, you know, it's time for dialing for dollars. And just sit down, and, you know, 4 from the top, we're calling Trump. You know, that kind of stuff. Like, just break it all down, I guess. You know, you don't have to listen to me. You don't have to listen to me. The last thing I wanted to say was, on top of this, I don't believe a lot of stuff that's going on, and I just feel like there's this scary thing that's happening. And again, nobody can give me a reason other than it kind of started with animals. And it's spreading like hotcakes. And they claim people are dying. So I know we've had a couple of instances now in Rhode Island. So Rhode Island is one of the states that have reported somebody that tested positive for it. So everyone's getting terrified. That's why I'm saying I would advise you to get some water and stuff like that, again, because, not because of the actual virus, but because of the people that live in this state and the type of hysteria that they could whip up by just quarantining like a couple of streets, like in North Providence, for example. It would send the rest of North Providence into hysteria. Imagine if you had two streets. Imagine if you could quarantine. Again, like I'm saying, because the guy two houses down from you, hey, he tested positive. So this whole street, you know, hey, you touched your garbage. You went out to touch your garbage. You might have touched it when he touched it. Don't. And all of a sudden your house is shut down. You can't leave. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the easiest way to, like, I know I'm being a conspiracy theorist, but that's the easy way to get control of some area. So get some water, man. Get some canned food. Survive it. Other than that, you know, just bundle up. Wash your goddamn hands. Wash your goddamn hands. Please wash your goddamn hands. Right? When you cough and you hack and you sneeze, either wear one of them masks or at least cough and sneeze into the, like you're dabbing, but you're not really dabbing. You're doing the original in there. At least it's on you. Stop shooting your stuff in the air. No one wants that. And when I see people do that, I want to punch them. I know a lot of us want to do that. You see somebody that's just hacking away or doing that shit, you just right out in the open, letting it fly. It's like, because they're a sprinkler of like disease. You know what I mean? You want to punch them in the mouth. But so, just in case I'm saying this, you know, King Michael here at Bar Fongool, you realize that I am King Michael at Bar Fongool. So take this as you want to take this. But I'm telling you, I would go get the water, and I would stock up. So lastly, we'll end with, so, you know, for me having pneumonia over the last couple of weeks and not being able to do any of the shows or stuff like that, I ended up watching more of like daytime TV. I visited my mom, and you know, we watched some live PD at volumes that were way too loud. Like that was the loudest live PD I've ever seen in my life. You know, but that's the only way she can hear it. So we watched a couple hours of that, and within 2 hours of watching live PD and some other show she was watching, they brought up the term. You guys who have followed me know that I go crazy when I keep hearing this, but I heard the term mesothelioma maybe 8 times. I think it was 7 or 8. I'm going to say maybe. I want the 8. Within 2 hours, there was about 7 to 8 different lawyers that opened with mesothelioma, asbestos, something, mesothelioma, something, mesothelioma. End of commercial. Within 2 hours. So, I'm not making light of mesothelioma. Of course, that sounds horrible. Anybody who suffers from mesothelioma, it must be awful. And I'm not making light of it. I'm just saying it like that because every time I heard it, my brain was programmed to go along with mesothelioma. This came out of nowhere within the last, like, what, 8 years, 5 years, 4 years? I don't know, somewhat recently, right? And god damn, a lot of people got mesothelioma. Where are these things that just crop up and burn? AIDS, Ebola, swine flu, mesothelioma, and now the coronavirus. Take care of yourselves. Make everybody in the house keep their hands clean. If they got a cough or anything like that, tell them to cover their face up. Right? Go out. Get some water. You can get like racks of water for whatever. I think Shores, but that's the Shaws. S-H-A-W-S. Shaws. See this? Shores. S-H-O-R-E-S. Or you can say Little Shores, or, you know, the meat market Shores. S-H-O-R-E-S, right? And then there's Shaws This is SHAWS. So you could go to Shaw's, and they have 35 bottles of water for $3.49. So you get, what, 4 racks of those? You got 140 bottles of water. You figure you need enough to last 2 weeks. Say you got 4 people in your family, we're just using it as a number, I don't know why. There you go. So I will go do it anyways. Anybody still listen that is following my XFL exchange, we will be back. I got a lot to say about that. The XFL has not disappointed in my opinion. It's been amazing, actually. And it's great that it's there because it gives you something to watch. I'm still watching football. On top of that, the Combine was mind-blowing. As a New York Giants fan, as a lifelong fan of the football New York Giants, the greatest organization of all organizations. We will be drafting 4th, and I believe Isaiah Simmons will be there at 4. I think it goes Burrows to Cincinnati. Now, there might be some tradey shit in the 2-3 slots, even with the Giants. So, but if it ever stays the way it is, which it could, because the players are that good, like, they got to take Burrows, Cincinnati. That's going to hopefully restart their franchise. Washington has to take Chase Young. You have to take Chase Young. That's the best player. That guy, look what the Boses have done. You have to take Chase Young if he's there too, right? So that's what Washington does. Now, the Lions come in at 3. The Lions are the perfect team to trade out because someone wants Tua, or, someone wants, what's his face? Herbert. So they could trade there. However, if they stay in the spot, the Lions, I would think they need Okudah more than anybody else, the defensive back from Ohio State, right? They're losing Slay, so they need that. I don't think they would need Simmons as much, or a quarterback. I don't think they go quarterback there, so they might trade out. Or I'm thinking Okudah, or even a lineman. There's a lot of offensive tackles, but I think Isaiah Simmons is there at 4 for the New York Football Giants. I believe he is, and I think they take him there. And I think Isaiah Simmons comes to the New York Giants, and we add yet another freak of nature, another athlete on our team that individually is so ridiculously talented that I hope to God Joe Judge, and I know I'm rambling about the Giants, but I hope to God Joe Judge and we picked up 3 or 4 former head coaches from last year. Jason Garrett, the guy we've been playing against for the last 9 years, coach of the Cowboys. Come over and be our offensive coordinator, right? It's a great staff. If they can get these young kids to play, the talent between a Saquon Barkley, you know what I mean? The absolute freakish talent of Saquon Barkley, Jabril Peppers, Danny Dimes is going to show it, and he started to show it. There were doubters, but look, he almost broke the touchdown record. Look at the way he moved. He's got this, right? We just got to get a little bit more, a couple more playmakers. You add an Isaiah Simmons, a guy who runs a sub 4.4, and he's 238. You get him up to 240 or so. Now he's covering any tight end, any running back that comes out of the backfield. We finally got somebody that can chase their guy down. As a New York Giants fan, we haven't had somebody in the middle that I felt could chase down a tight end or a running back or cover them in any way in the last maybe ever. Because I'll go all the way back to when we had Carson in the middle. Carson didn't cover people. That wasn't Carson's job. So when's the last guy that actually be middle linebacker that could cover? What's his face? Don't say Armstead, and don't say Antonio Pierce. Antonio Pierce was not good at covering the tight end and the running back. I mean, he made a couple of great stops, but he wasn't quick like that. That wasn't his play. They were always thumpers. You know what I mean? The Giants have always had thumpers. We haven't had anybody to cover the middle in years, maybe ever. I don't remember. I just know we always get beat by tight ends or slot receivers coming across the middle. And then really deep. But whatever. Anyways, guys, get some water, some food. You're going to be all right. As always, it's me, Mike Lepre here at Bar Fongool. Keep listening, subscribe, spread the word, and look out for XFL Exchange. I will be posting that one hopefully later today. Hey, guys, enjoy your day. All right? Don't get too excited. Just take care of each other.